At Thursday's interfaith service, local religious leaders prayed for the healing of their city in the wake of the attack.
We must overcome the culture of death by promoting a culture of life, a profound respect for each and every human being made in the image and likeness of God. And we must cultivate a desire to give our lives in the service of others.
Within moments of the bombing, clergy and faith-based groups mobilized to do what they could to help. As victims of the bombing were brought to Tufts Medical Center, Interfaith Chaplain Mary Lou Vanyu was on site to offer counseling and prayer. She says one injured woman expressed what many were feeling.
She said, "The hardest thing about this is that some human beings can treat other human beings like this. I just don't understand it."
Indeed, Vanyu says after a tragedy like the bombing, clergy often hear age-old questions about the nature of good and evil, suffering, and the existence of a loving God.
You know, most of the time, I think people deep down aren't asking for an answer. They're asking for you to fight with and wrestle with the questions with them. But we truly believe that God is with us when it happens, and so we're not suffering alone, that we have someone who loves us beyond all measure.
Rabbi Yitzhak Korf, chaplain for the city of Boston, is helping to oversee counseling for first responders.
It's important that these people understand once they have fulfilled their duty to the citizenry, the people that they're serving and protecting and saving and making to feel safe and secure, they need to face any feelings that they may be having as well.
He says many of the victims and first responders are still in shock and will deal with the theological questions later. Even then, he says, there will be little ultimate satisfaction.
The macro answer is we don't know God's plan. I don't know of anybody that God's called and said, here's the deal. And so there's an unknown. Prayer and meditation can help bring a sense of calm.
Muslims in Boston and across the U.S. were quick to condemn the bombing. Imam William Suhaib Webb of the Islamic Society of Boston Cultural Center says all of the members of his mosque felt the attack.
They felt very violated, and they felt that the sacredness of the city was violated and that the trust of our populace was violated. So there's a sense of wanting this person to be caught and subjected to justice.
Webb helped organize the interfaith prayer service and urged his congregation to donate blood and find other ways to serve those who are suffering.
Reminding people in God's wisdom, and then also reminding that we are not allowed to use his wisdom to be placid or inactive. We have to go out and help and work and be positive and stay involved.
Some faith groups found unusual ways to offer help. Lutheran Church Charities dispatched its Canine Comfort Dog Ministry.
People many times, all ages, will talk to a dog before they'll talk to a person.
The ministry took the specially trained dogs to Boston hospitals to visit victims and their families and set up a petting station at a local church. Ministry leaders had also taken the dogs to Newtown, Connecticut after the school shooting.
Whether it's a bombing or a shooting or divorce or death, whatever happens in life, which life throws a lot of stuff at us, they bring the mercy and the compassion of Christ and comfort to people that need to work through whatever it is they're facing.
Rabbi Korf says the bombing had a profound spiritual impact on the city.
We rely on a sense of knowing if I do this and this is what's going to happen. And so that's what gets upset, what upsets the balance in these critical incidents, and that's what needs to be restored as quickly and as easily as possible.
He and other religious leaders urge the community to come together in grief and then move forward with a new sense of hope. I'm Kim Lawton reporting.